but let's begin with Adelaide's problem cars. Cars that are not only costing families a bomb, but more alarming, putting lives at risk. They're lemons that just stop running, or worse, without warning, burst into flames. So why are these ticking time bombs still on our roads? Well, Vasil Melandris attempts to get some answers.
Is it a lemon?
It's the lemoniest lemon I've ever seen.
They have left ordinary working people with bills of $8,000 or $9,000 on a vehicle that was already expensive to start with, and it's shameful.
There's nothing I could do. I was a bit in shock, I think.
It should have been a glorious day at the beach for Goolwa dad, Brian Stott. Instead, it turned into a potentially deadly inferno when the family car, a Kia Sorento, burst into flames.
Basically, the whole car melted. All the aluminium parts, the wheels had melted, the engine melted. It was just a shell then. Really, there was nothing left.
What do you suspect was the cause of that fire?
No idea.
A freak accident or an accident waiting to happen? This home movie may reveal a much more serious problem about Brian's Kia, a car that's no stranger to controversy.
And this is pretty dangerous fault.
A couple of years ago, we first revealed the nasty secret affecting at least 1 in 3 Kia Carnivals built between 1999 and 2002.
Completely contaminated.
Yeah. You can't drive it.
It turns out oil was mixing with water in the motor and into the cooling system.
On the internal surface, the examination showed that there was areas of absence of coating.
And essentially the fuel tank starts rusting.
It will initiate corrosion and then the rust will spread underneath the coating.
We even had letters from Kia Motors admitting the manufacturing defect. However, the Korean car always maintained they addressed any problem with Carnivals built between 1999 and 2002, although we continue to receive complaints from around the country.
Talking to other owners and you know, on our different internet sites and stuff, we can see that the problem's nowhere near over.
Adelaide web designer Joe Fairlamb purchased this second-hand Kia Carnival in April last year. 5 months later, it was a write-off.
I had about 90,000 Ks on it when it died.
Money well spent?
No. We could have bought a few push bikes, I think. We'd be better off.
Built in 2003, it was well outside the danger zone. However, Joe reckons Kia didn't seem interested in providing answers or taking responsibility.
How would you describe your dealings with Kia?
I'd pretty much describe it like bashing my head on the wall.
However, Kia Motors did make one concession.
Kia actually offered to pay for an independent engineer's inspection on the car.
Hey, Greg. Hello, this is the engine.
Automotive safety engineer Grad Zivkovic was that independent assessor.
I found a numerous problem inside the vehicle and outside the vehicle on the engine bay. For only 5 years, our vehicle was completely trashed inside. Cracked plastic panels, missing handles, and engine was running very rough. Transmission didn't sound good either.
But before Grad could get to the crux of the problem, inside the engine, it seems Kia pulled the pin.
The Kia person that came to pick it up had told Grad that he had our permission to take the car.
And did he?
No.
Kia eventually changed their mind, took the car, dismantled the engine, returned it back. So I don't know now if anybody tampered the vehicle, and I know which parts are original and which parts are possibly being substituted.
Not only did Grad feel his report was compromised, but he also hasn't been paid for his efforts. And now the car is just collecting dust at Grad's workshop.
We're trying to fight it legally, and we're hoping that whatever legal outcomes we have, we can share with the rest of the people this has affected.
Under the Trade Practices Act, Joe can sue Kia for selling a vehicle of unmerchantable quality. Motoring critic Clive Matthew Wilson ranks the model as one of the worst on the planet.
The engine was a shocking engine to start with, and rather than do something about it, they've tried to patch up the old ones and then continue selling the vehicles with those engines in.
Clive is the New Zealand-based author of the Dog and Lemon Car Guide, which rates the good, the bad, and those you should steer clear of. But when it comes to Kias, he says the carnival is over.
Australians have long memories. No one who's seen the hell that many Kia Carnival owners have been through is going to touch another Kia.
Kia's new range of cars don't appear to have the same troubles as those in the past. But that hasn't put out Brian Stott's fire. He's had to rely on Grad for answers and his insurance company to reimburse him for the torched Sorrento.
I was going to put it on a trailer and put a big sign on it and park it outside the Kia dealerships. I was pretty angry.
The Kia's got a long way to go before they can claim they make good cars.
And of course, we did contact Kia, but we're still waiting on a response.